Hello, girls. I hope all of you are doing well. So, today I will give you the explanation of the chapter Ecosystem. Now, what is ecosystem? The definition is an ecosystem is a self regulating and self sustaining functional unit of nature consisting of biotic and abiotic factors where the living organisms interact among themselves and also with their physical environment. Now, let us see the diagram of the pond. Okay, here we can see that this pond is made up of abiotic factors and biotic factors. The biotic factors, here you can see the insects are there, okay, plants are there, fishes are there, decomposers are there, right? And also we can say inorganic substances, that is in the soil you will find the organic substances and the inorganic substances. The organic compound, for example, you will find carbohydrate, then protein, then lipid, etc. Inorganic compounds, all of you know, it can be hydrogen, oxygen, then cobalt, magnesium, manganese, etc. Right? And climatic factors. Climatic factors, you can say rain, then temperature, then pH of soil or water, etc. Right? So now in this pond we can see that the living organisms, they interact among themselves, okay, space, food, etc. Also they interact with their environment, that is the surrounding environment, the soil, water, etc. Okay, so hence it forms an ecosystem, right? Hence the definition, an ecosystem is a self-regulating and self-sustaining functional unit of nature, consists of biotic and abiotic factors, that is living and non-living organisms, substances, where the living organisms, they interact among themselves either for food or space, etc., and also with their physical environment. Okay? Next, the term ecosystem was first coined by Sir A.G. Densley. Right? Okay. The next thing is that here we can see that ecosystem can be divided, that is, you can divide it as natural ecosystem or man-made ecosystem. Natural ecosystem obviously comprises of forest, grassland, meadow, desert, hill, etc. And aquatic ecosystem, it comprises of lake, pond, ditches, river, stream, etc., ocean, seas, etc. Whereas man-made ecosystem, obviously, you can say aquarium, where in every house you can find aquarium, then orchards, gardens, kitchen garden, etc. Right? Okay. Next, what are the structural units of ecosystem? Okay, or you can say what are the components of ecosystem, what the basics of ecosystem. So just now I told you that an ecosystem, if you see, just now I showed you the pond. Here the pond, it comprises of living organisms and non-living substances. Okay, so hence living organisms, that is biotic factors, and non-living are the abiotic factors. So hence the structure of any ecosystem comprises of biotic components and abiotic components. Okay, so biotic components, I hope you all know, it comprises of producers, consumers, and decomposers. Producers, those organisms which can produce their own food. For example, plant, as all of you know that can produce their own food by the process of photosynthesis, where they capture the radiant energy coming from sun and convert it into chemical energy for the production of their food. They also require carbon dioxide, water, etc. By the process of photosynthesis, they prepare their food. There are certain organisms which can producers, consumers, and decomposers. So producers, we have come to know there are some producers, for example, chemosynthetic bacteria. They can produce their own food, but by chemical reactions. Okay. Next, the producers are being eaten by the herbivores. Okay, so here producers are being eaten by herbivores, which are further eaten by carnivores. I hope all of you know this. So herbivores, carnivores, they fall under consumers. Also they are known as heterotrophs. So heterotrophs are those organisms which depend on others for food. They can further be divided as herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores. And decomposers are also there. Okay. So herbivores, they feed on plants. They directly depend on the producers. They are known as primary consumers. Examples, all of you know, it is rabbit, goat, sheep, grasshoppers, cow, buffalo, horse, elephant, etc. Next, carnivores. Carnivores are those organisms which feed on flesh. Okay, they indirectly depend on producers. They feed on flesh, or you can say they feed on herbivores for their living. Okay, they are known as secondary consumers. There are certain carnivores which feed on the secondary consumers. They are known as tertiary consumer. And the tertiary consumer, examples you can see lion, tiger, etc. Secondary consumers, wolf, fox, etc. Next, omnivores. Omnivores are those organisms which feed on both plants and animals. For example, you can see here human, cockroach, etc. And decomposers. Decomposers are those organisms which feed on dead, decaying matters. The all producers die, all carnivores die, all omnivores die, or you can say all living organisms, they have a certain period of lifespan after which they die. So what happened to them? What happened to the body? So they are being decomposed by decomposers such as fungi, bacteria, etc., which convert the organic substances into inorganic substances and release these inorganic substances or nutrients back to the soil, which is again absorbed by the plants for the preparation of their food. Next, the abiotic factors I have already discussed. It is made of organic substances and organic compounds, inorganic substances, and climatic factor. Okay, so organic substances comprise of protein, carbohydrate, lipid, fatty acids, vitamins, etc. Whereas inorganic substances comprises of hydrogen, oxygen, water, carbon monoxide, cobalt, magnesium, manganese, sulfur, phosphorus, potassium, etc. Climatic factors, it includes rain, temperature, pH of the soil, etc. Right? Okay. So hence, these are the basic components of any ecosystem, be it terrestrial ecosystem or be it aquatic ecosystem. Right? Okay. So next, we go for the functional unit of an ecosystem. So, before going to the functional unit of ecosystem, I would like to discuss some points. As you can see, I have already given in the notes transducers. Okay, so transducers are those who can convert sun's radiant or light energy into chemical energy. I hope you have understood. For example, producer. They are also known as transducers. And the phenomena is known as transduction. Next, define biomass. What is biomass? Biomass, it is the amount of organic matter present in an organism, community or biome. It means organic substance. All of you know that living organisms are made up of organic substances. Carbohydrate, that is carbohydrate, lipid. So, it is the mass of any body, any living organisms at any given time. Means it gives the weight of the body. It forms the weight of the body. So it is the amount of organic matter present in any organisms. We know that all cells are made of organic substances such as carbohydrate, lipid, fat, also inorganic substances. So the organic matter which is present in our body, which gives the weight or mass of the body, that is known as what? Biomass. Next, what are the structural features of an ecosystem? The structural features of an ecosystem, we can say species composition and stratification. Trophic structure, standing state of nutrients. Okay. What is stratification? So in any forest, you can see trees, shrubs, herbs, grasses, etc. So they are in different layers. So these layers which is formed, it is known as what? Stratification. Trees occupy top vertical layer, shrubs occupy the second layer, whereas herbs and grass occupy the bottom layers. So this is known as stratification. Next, what is standing crop? It is the total biomass of an ecosystem or any of its component at any given time per unit area. Okay, so it is the mass, the organic substances which are present, the organic compound which are present in a living organism or in an ecosystem at a given time per unit area. It is known as standing crop.